There's a certain magic to mornings. The world is waking up, the air smells of fresh coffee, and for millions of people, the day begins with one handheld hero, the McMuffin. It's not just a breakfast sandwich, it's a revolution wrapped in a toasted English muffin. But have you ever stopped to think about what it takes to bring this breakfast icon to life? Well, behind every bite is a world of innovation, where cutting-edge machinery and meticulous planning come together to produce millions of McMuffins every day. Today we're going inside the factories of where the magic happens, where food tech and engineering combine to make one of the most beloved fast food items in the world. From the fresh preparation of its fresh ingredients to the lightning-fast assembly line, let's uncover the story behind the McMuffin and its incredible production process that keeps it on your table. Let's dive in. The year was 1972 and the fast food industry was thriving, but there was one glaring gap: breakfast. Herb Peterson, a McDonald's franchisee in Goleta, California, had a vision. He wanted to create a breakfast option that was both convenient and satisfying, something that could redefine mornings for the on-the-go crowd. Inspired by the sophistication of Eggs Benedict, Herb began experimenting. He crafted a masterpiece, a perfectly poached egg cooked in a Teflon circle, its yolk broken just right, layered with savory Canadian bacon, and topped with a slice of melted cheese. All of this was nestled inside a toasted and buttered English muffin. Simple, portable, and delicious, the Egg McMuffin was born, a breakfast revolution in a single bite. Herb's idea was bold, but there was only one problem: McDonald's didn't serve breakfast. To turn his vision into reality, Herb needed to win over Ray Kroc, the iconic founder and then president of McDonald's. So Herb invited Kroc to his franchise, but kept the details under wraps. With a bit of suspense in the air, Herb presented the Egg McMuffin to Kroc. Initially, Kroc was skeptical. After all, the concept of fast food breakfast was unheard of, but one bite was all it took to change everything. Kroc was sold, and the Egg McMuffin became the spark that ignited McDonald's now famous breakfast menu. The original Egg McMuffin was served open-faced with a small tub of strawberry preserves and a knife, embracing a sweet and savory concept. While this approach didn't quite catch on in the US, customers could still request strawberry preserves if they wanted to try the unique twist. The very first corporate-authorized Egg McMuffin was served in Belleville, New Jersey in 1972. And here's the kicker: it was priced at less than $1. Imagine that, a warm and satisfying breakfast that was affordable for just about everyone. This unbeatable combination of taste, convenience, and affordability, it was an instant hit. Busy mornings were no longer a problem, and McDonald's had officially changed the fast food game. The journey to crafting the perfect McMuffin begins long before it reaches your breakfast table. It starts in a state-of-the-art factory, where every ingredient is chosen, measured, and prepared with precision. Let's take a peek behind the scenes to see how it all begins. At the heart of the McMuffin are 4 key ingredients: fresh flour, eggs, savory sausage, and melted cheese. Each one of these aren't just picked at random. They're sourced with meticulous attention to detail, ensuring that every McMuffin delivers the same delicious taste no matter where you are in the world. The first chapter of this culinary journey is the dough, the base of every McMuffin. Imagine this: massive industrial mixers as big as a small car, filled with flour, salt, sugar, and other dry ingredients. Workers measure precise amounts for each batch, and these mixers work their magic, blending everything into a smooth and consistent dough. But why is this step so important? The dough needs to have just the right texture to bake into the soft, fluffy muffin that we all know and love. Once the dough's mixed to perfection, it's time to transform it into the soft, golden base that holds every McMuffin together. But shaping the dough isn't just about making it look good. It's a science, and the machines handling the process are marvels of engineering. Picture this: a conveyor belt stretching endlessly, carrying freshly mixed dough to massive rolling machines. These machines are no ordinary rollers. They're programmed to stretch and flatten the dough to an exact thickness. Why? Well, consistency is king. Every McMuffin base needs to bake evenly and stack neatly, so this step ensures that every piece of dough is just right. Here's a fun fact: these rolling machines can handle thousands of pounds of dough every hour. That's enough to make more McMuffins in a day than most of us could eat in a lifetime. Once the dough gets flattened, it's time for their cutters to take over. Imagine a high-tech cookie cutter on steroids. These machines are designed to punch out perfect rounds of dough at lightning speed. Each piece is identical in shape and size, which means that whether you're eating a McMuffin in New York or Tokyo, it looks and tastes just the same. Now comes the magic touch. The dough rounds are carefully placed into specialized molds. These molds are the secret behind the McMuffin's iconic shape. They ensure that every muffin cooks evenly, with a uniform height and a perfectly round form. But it's not just about aesthetics. These molds also play a critical role in the baking process. Without them, the dough must expand unevenly, leading to muffins that are lopsided or dense. And nobody wants a McMuffin that can't hold its sausage and egg properly. This level of precision might sound extreme, but it's crucial. The molds and cutters don't just guarantee a visually appealing product, they ensure that every McMuffin base has the same texture, flavor, and quality. This attention to detail is what makes a McMuffin instantly recognizable, no matter where you are in the world. As the dough rounds move down the production line, you can almost imagine them whispering, "We're ready for the oven." But before we get there, let's take a closer look at how the dough gets baked to golden perfection in the next step. Don't go anywhere, the smell of freshly baked muffins is just around the corner. It takes culinary engineering to transform raw dough into the familiar golden and fluffy McMuffin base. Imagine an enormous industrial griddle filled with rows and rows of precisely formed dough rounds, waiting to meet their fate. The griddle is the star of the step, a massive, precisely controlled cooking surface that could rival the size of a small basketball court. It's not just hot, it's exactly hot enough. The temperature is calibrated down to the degree to ensure every muffin gets the perfect golden brown crust. So why the obsession with precision? Well, because the outside needs to be crispy enough to hold its shape, while the inside stays soft, fluffy, and warm, ready to soak up the flavors of sausage, egg, and cheese. As the dough rounds hit the griddle, a tantalizing sizzle fills the air. For several minutes, each muffin cooks to perfection on one side before being flipped. And it's not just any flip. These muffins are turned with the same consistency you'd expect from a world-class chef, thanks to advanced machinery that leaves nothing to chance. While the muffins are sizzling away, the other star ingredients are getting their time to shine. Have you ever wondered how the eggs in a McMuffin always look so perfectly round and golden? Well, it's thanks to advanced machinery that cracks and cooks liquid eggs in perfectly portioned molds. The eggs cook on a separate griddle at a slightly lower temperature, ensuring they're tender and perfectly round. These molds are specifically designed to mimic how eggs are traditionally cooked on a grill, ensuring that every egg has the ideal texture and appearance. Plus, the molds are non-stick, so the eggs slide out effortlessly, ready to be stacked onto the sandwich. Now let's talk about the sausage patties. This is where things get savory. Freshly ground meat is blended with a secret mix of spices, giving the sausage its signature flavor. The mix is then sent through high-tech shaping machines that form it into uniform patties. Here's the secret. Timing is synchronized down to the second, so the muffins, eggs, and sausage patties are all ready at the same time. It's like a perfectly choreographed dance, one that happens hundreds of times a day in each factory. When you think about it, the stage is where the science meets the art. The combination of precise griddles, carefully monitored temperatures, and synchronized cooking times ensures every McMuffin that you unwrap is a little piece of breakfast perfection. Up next, we'll dive into the assembly line, where all these perfectly cooked components come together to create the iconic McMuffin sandwich. Now that our muffins are golden, our eggs are tender, and our sausage patties are perfectly grilled, it's time for the grand finale, bringing it all together on the assembly line. Imagine a fast-paced symphony of precision where humans and machines work in harmony to create the iconic McMuffin. The assembly line is a marvel of modern engineering. Conveyors hum, robotic arms glide, and workers move with practiced efficiency. The process starts with the muffins, which are gently placed onto the conveyor belt. Each golden round is split in half with precision slicers, creating the perfect top and bottom for the sandwich. Fun fact, these slicers are so sharp and accurate that they can slice over 10,000 muffins per hour without a single crumb out of place. Next, it's time for the layering magic to happen. The bottom half of each muffin moves forward on the conveyor belt, ready to meet its flavorful companions. First up, the savory sausage patty. A robotic arm delicately places the patty onto the muffin base with impeccable accuracy, ensuring it's centered for that picture-perfect sandwich. From there, a perfectly cooked egg is added to the stack. Now here's something cool. The eggs are warm and soft, yet firm enough to hold their shape, thanks to the precision molds that they were cooked in earlier. No McMuffin will be complete without that irresistible slice of cheese, often overlooked. But there's more to it than meets the eye. The cheese is specially formulated to melt at just the right temperature, creating that gooey, irresistible layer that ties the whole sandwich together. As the sandwich continues down the line, a mechanical dispenser carefully lays a slice of cheese onto the egg. The timing is critical. The cheese lands just as the egg and sausage are still warm, allowing it to melt slightly and bind everything together. Finally, the top half of the muffin is placed onto the stack, completing the sandwich. But the process, it doesn't end there. Each McMuffin passes through a quick inspection station where advanced sensors and quality control workers ensure every sandwich meets the brand's high standards. The journey of the McMuffin doesn't end on the assembly line. Once assembled, each sandwich embarks on a final crucial phase: packaging and distribution. This stage ensures that your favorite breakfast item arrives fresh, warm, and ready to enjoy, whether you're grabbing it from a bustling drive-thru or dining in at McDonald's. Before the McMuffin hits the road, it's carefully wrapped in packaging that's as innovative as the sandwich itself. The wrappers are designed to maintain heat and freshness, but there's more to them than meets the eye. McDonald's has committed to using eco-friendly materials, ensuring that your morning meal doesn't come at the cost of the environment. But it doesn't stop there. Even the boxes used to transport McMuffins to restaurants are crafted from recycled cardboard, proving that sustainability is at the heart of this process. Once the McMuffins are packed, they're ready to join the distribution network, a finely tuned system that spans continents. Here's where the magic of cold chain logistics comes into play. From the moment ingredients leave the factory to when they arrive at your local McDonald's, they're kept fresh and safe. Imagine this: massive refrigerated trucks loaded with McMuffins zipping down highways. Their contents are kept at a precise temperature thanks to state-of-the-art cooling technology. These trucks are equipped with sensors that constantly monitor the interior temperature, ensuring that no ingredient is compromised. For McMuffins heading to international markets, the distribution process gets even more fascinating. Ingredients might travel thousands of miles across oceans in refrigerated containers, keeping them just as fresh if they never left the factory. Fun fact: McDonald's operates on one of the largest cold chain logistics networks in the world. It's a system so advanced that some of the techniques developed here are now used in other industries, like pharmaceuticals. After a carefully choreographed journey through factories, trucks, and distribution centers, McMuffins arrive finally at McDonald's restaurants. There, they're prepared fresh every morning and served to millions of hungry customers worldwide. It's incredible to think about how much technology, innovation, and teamwork go into making something as simple and delicious as a McMuffin. From eco-friendly wrappers to cold chain logistics, every detail is designed to deliver a high-quality and sustainable breakfast experience. As we wrap up this fascinating journey, let's take a moment to appreciate the marvel of engineering and innovation that goes into making the McMuffin. Every step is a blend of science, skill, and passion. It's not just about feeding millions of people, it's about delivering consistency, quality, and a little bit of breakfast magic in every bite. So the next time you unwrap a McMuffin and savor that warm, crispy muffin, savory sausage, and gooey cheese, take a moment to remember this: the taste of convenience is powered by some of the most advanced tech in the world. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of food tech, why not join us for more? Hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop with the coolest production lines and food innovations on the planet. And don't forget to like the video and drop a comment below. What food production process should we explore next? Hey, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.